Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net, and it is Sunday the 4th of October. Thanks again for watching. Now, some dramatic scenes coming out of southeastern parts of France overnight, as heavy rain, huge storms slammed into southeastern parts of the country during Saturday evening. Just look at those rainfall totals. These are the 12-hour rainfall totals up to 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. And you've got to divide these numbers by 10 because in order to get millimetre totals from these. And that's 110 millimetres of rain affecting southeastern parts of France. Some stations recorded 131 millimetres. You can see widely running into western parts of Switzerland, 18, 22 millimetres, 70 millimetres here. But the storms really focused on southeastern parts of France, where there was also tornadoes through Saturday as well. Some real severe weather. Now, we'll know that since the summer I've been talking about the heat in the Mediterranean and the impact that could have as soon as cool air came over the top of it. Things have been cooling off a little bit over the last few weeks, but we've still got temperatures above normal, and during the summer months we had temperatures of 7 and 8 degrees above normal. They have cooled off. Notice that the warmest of the conditions really have drifted off now towards the eastern parts of the Med. If we look there, it's still very, very warm. You see here, look, temperatures are 4 and 5 degrees above normal. As I say, the problem is that as soon as you get any cool air coming over the top of those warm temperatures, you can get some really deep areas of low pressure forming, and that's exactly what we saw yesterday. This from weatheronline.co.uk. It's the prediction for midnight last night from the GFS, showing the cold pool here centred across central southern parts of France. And if we just zoom in a little bit more closely and pick up that area of cooler air, just look at that. There it is, tracking its way east during Saturday evening. Sharp trough going eastwards, developing these huge clouds that we saw yesterday across southeastern parts of France. And that cold pool then clearing through Switzerland during the course of this morning. This is a satellite picture from this morning from sat24.com, and really it's quite benign now. Look at it down in southeastern parts of France, most of the cloud having cleared away. Here's the front coming into the west that's going to be bringing some rain at the western coast of the UK during the course of tonight. But stormy conditions start to show up here going through parts of Germany during the course of this afternoon. Rain was actually relatively well forecast by the models. This was the prediction from between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock on Saturday evening. And you notice here the model have got a focus of heavy rain across those southeastern parts of France and across southwestern parts of Switzerland and northwestern Italy. But still horrendous conditions to have been under during Saturday evening. Now, as far as the future goes, this is the 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 millibar flow. It's valid from next Sunday through to Wednesday the 14th. ECMWF on the left here, GFS on the right, and it shows what difficulty the models are having at the moment in trying to pin down the overall pattern across the Atlantic. They're both going with the idea of a weak ridge across the western parts of the states, trough in the eastern parts of the states, but then the ECMWF making much more of the ridge in the Atlantic and much more of the trough through the Mediterranean, with a ridge here across western parts of Europe. This whole pattern, again, indicative of the problems caused by the warm conditions across the central and eastern parts of the Mediterranean. Notice how the GFS really wants to make much more of the trough off towards southwestern parts of Ireland. Yes, still got the ridge up towards the north, but makes less of the trough in the Med. I think out of the two, we probably have to lean into the ECMWF, although that model has struggled greatly over the last few days. So this is a situation again where really we're going to have to be updating you over the next couple of days as to how things pan out. I think what we have to say is relatively low confidence in the models right now, although the ECM may just about have the story right, because it is trying to deepen off that upper low heading into the Med over those warmer temperatures once again. Of course, more on that, though, as I say, over the next few days. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WXWeb, and there's always more at weatherweb.net. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.